Guys, all four of them VSPEC 2 edition GT-R R34. Guys, today we are shipping out 4 super special Nissan Skyline GT-R R34s to a very special friend. And today's video, we are going to talk about all those 4 GT-R R34s in detail. I'm going to introduce you something of a new term in the GT-R world here in Japan, and that's called Abdul Effect. And as you might have guessed it, all of those 4 cars are going for my great friend Abdul. If you are somebody who has been following us for a while and watching those videos for a while, you know who is Abdul. He has visited our shop for a number of times and he's been buying lots of cars from us all the time. Today is January 2022 already, and those are the 4 cars being shipped to him is just a part of a shipment, which has another 3 Skyline GT-R R34 M-Spec and V-Spec 2 newers. So 7 cars to him going, and 7 of them are super special. I'm not going to talk about the newers because most of you guys understand what newers stand for. But today I'm going to talk to you guys about V-Spec 2 edition GT-R R34s. And guys, you guys ready? All 4 of them are V-Spec 2 edition Nissan Skyline GT-R R34s. What makes V-Spec 2 very special, you say? Hey, a lot of things. Let's talk about them one by one. Guys, to start with, Nissan manufactured only 1,855 Nissan Skyline GT-R R34s in, of course, V-Spec 2 edition, and they came in different colors. One of the most common colors, of course, whereas you can see that in here as well, they were sparkling silver, or also known as VW2 color code Skyline GT-R R34s. And you may say, hey, a lot of them. Voila, only 348 of them. Not many, guys. That is as many as midnight purple GT-R R34s that we all hype about, or maybe you guys hype about, in the United States, of them being so rare. If you compare to this one, it's also very rare already. So 3 sparkling silver GT-R R34 V-Spec 2s and 1 pearl white edition V-Spec 2 R34 being shipped today in January 2022. So really quickly, let's take a look at it. Guys, this car, of course, as you guys can see, that comes with full Nismo aero kit on it. Very hard to find these days. So let me talk to you guys about it real quick. Of course, Nismo bumper, of course, Z-Tune fenders, R-Tune bonnet. Guys, those aero parts are so rare in Japan right now. And we work with Nismo all the time, who manufacture them. And right now, if you want to buy a bonnet, R-Tune bonnet from Nismo, just like this, it's going to cost you more than $5,000 from the factory, and they're going to give you a time to wait about 3 years if you want to buy one. How do I know it? Because we ordered 5 of them, and they said after 3 years you will receive it, which is ridiculous. And we were like, why is that, right? This is because Nismo has a capacity to manufacture only, let's say, 8 units of R-Tune bonnets every month, and they have already 220 pre-orders in line. That's how we have to wait 3 years before we can get one. Why am I talking this? Because this GT-R R34 V-Spec 2, ladies and gentlemen, comes with this special Nismo aero parts on it. Z-Tune aero parts, of course, comes with the Nismo side skirts, Nismo rear skirt, and all that, which makes it very special, look a little bit more aggressive for that matter, and it looks lovely. But V-Spec 2 edition GT-R R34s, guys, come with something extra special. Let's talk about that. And that is, guys, is V-Spec 2 carbon bonnet. V-Spec 2 carbon bonnet, guys, we will talk about that a little bit more in details a little bit later, is also super special. And, hey, hold it, you ready? This carbon bonnet, stock bonnet for V-Spec 2 is worth a lot more than whole Z-Tune aero parts. Can you believe that? That is insane, isn't it? Let's take a look at those 2 bonnets, compare them real quick, and let me tell you why just that bonnet, stock bonnet, costs more than all wanted full Z-Tune era kit for GT-R 34s from Nismo. Okay, let's first pop up the hood, right? For this one, here we go. And let's pop up the hood for this one. Okay, so guys, if you ask me, do I want the stock VSPEC tube bonnet, or let's say just the R-Tune carbon fiber bonnet? I would say R-Tune, of course, guys. Right, but VSPEC tubes, again, as I said, remember, only 1,855 ever manufactured. That's why only 1,855 units of stock VSPEC tube bonnet, carbon fiber bonnet, as you guys can see, that ever manufactured as well. And Nissan hasn't made those since 2002, guys. That's why this is so rare and costs a lot more than this R-Tune carbon fiber bonnet coming from Nismo. Here we go. And of course, 5 years ago, everybody would say, hey, of course, this one cost $5,000–6,000 at Nismo. This one was about $2,000, $1,000 maybe, right? Everyone wants this one. But now, as I said, remember, Nissan still manufactures 8 units every month of R-Tune carbon fiber bonnets. And they don't do that anymore. That's why, guys, hold it, stock VSPEC tube bonnet costs as much as the whole Nismo airport. Fenders, bumper, the bonnet, the side skirts, rear skirts, because they are so rare. Carbon fiber, very much stock looking, and of course all legendary R-Tune. We call it the Z-Tune as well, bonnet. There are lots of fake ones as well, guys. Let me point that out while I'm talking to you guys about it. And how do you find out whether the bonnet is fake or Nismo? Fake one is $1,000. Original from Nismo is about $5,000–6,000. But if you want it right away right now, you can buy it from companies such as Trust Kikaku, and they sell them for like $7,000–8,000. Crazy. But let's take a look at it here. If you look at this part of the bonnet, you can see that there's a Nismo sticker inside, and also the chassis number of the bonnet itself. That's how you know that this is real. And let's shut down the bonnet for this one as well. I have a friend from Australia. He's owner of 100 101 Motorsports in Brisbane, Australia. And every time he's like, Dustin, please help me find one VSPEC tube genuine carbon fiber bonnet. I'm like, of course, Ryan, no problem. I was like, I can get you one for $5,000 here, right? And I'm like, shit, let me look it up, because I didn't have one stock. And it's crazy, bro. I mean, right now they are like $12,000 to $15,000 US. Ridiculous. Okay, so quick further information, guys. VSPEC 2 edition GT-R 34s. Again, just like you understood just now, they come with a carbon fiber VSPEC 2 special bonnet. The regular standard models or VSPEC edition GT-R 34s came with the bonnet that it's not carbon fiber. It's a regular bonnet, does not have this cooling duct right here. And that's why they're, even in Japan right now, like they're cheap, like $1,000 maybe at the very most. But again, VSPEC 2 is super expensive. Then comes R-Tune, Z-Tune, and then the whatever the other ones. Okay? So this being said, guys, out of all made 348 units of VSPEC 2s, 3 of them are going to Abdul. And the second one, again, also super rare. I think second mostly manufactured version of GT-R 34 VSPEC 2s, and that is pearl white collar VSPEC 2 edition GT-R 34. As you guys see, there's a little bit of scratches or paint issues on the bonnet. We bought it as it is, we sold it as it is, customer knows it, and we're going to ship it as it is. So this one only manufactured 302 units by Nissan, and they're also highly wanted and sought after. And guys, as I can show you guys 4 of them together here, they are leaving Japan this month. I tell you what, even one of them is really hard to find in Japan. Okay, so let's take a further look at this car, and let's see what else this car VSPEC 2s came from the factory that makes them VSPEC 2 edition. Okay, so most of the GT-R 34s, be it standard or VSPEC, they come with the interior that is kind of silverish or grayish, okay? But the VSPEC 2s and VSPEC 2 newers come with a black interior. And there are also second generation or Series 2 GT-R 34s. So early 1999 to late 2000s, they were Series 1 edition. Late 2000 to 2002, they were Series 2 edition. And this is, of course, VSPEC 2s are all manufactured starting from late 2000s. That's why they are Series 2 edition. And they come with the blackish interior, which is again, therefore, this blackish interior, seats and everything, a little bit more expensive than silver Series 1 edition interior. Of course, there's steering wheel as well. Let's take a look at the steering wheel, okay? Guys, Series 1 GT-R 34s come with steering wheel that has a red stitches, okay? Okay, oh, shut up. So I hate that noise. Every time you leave the door open, she's like beep, beep, beep. I'm like, oh, come on. So, all right, anyways, they come with the red stitches on the steering wheel, but the Series 2 editions come with the, as you can see, that kind of silverish stitches right here. Maybe I would prefer red, but who knows? This car, by the way, looks lovely, guys. Have you seen a GT-R 34 coming with a stock audio on it? This one does. Very lovely, lovely car. Let's move on because we don't want to get into details of one specific car in this video. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very long video, okay? Let's shut it and let's talk a little bit more about the VSPEC 2 editions, why and how they come actually in VSPEC 2 editions with what kind of specific parts, right? Of course, they have a little bit further upgrades, interior, internal, but let's talk about external stuff. Of course, VSPEC 2s come with the VSPEC 2 badges. Yeah, right. VSPEC 2, VSPEC 2, VSPEC 2, VSPEC 2 right here. And they also come with, again, carbon fiber VSPEC diffusers. Of course, standard ones didn't come with the VSPEC diffusers. VSPEC edition ones come with the VSPEC diffusers. And of course, VSPEC 2, M-Spec, and VSPEC 2 newer and M-Spec newers also come with exactly the same VSPEC diffusers. So it was an addition that all the next generation cars gets to keep, right? Again, guys, basic, cheapest GT-R 34, still a lot of money, is the standard GT-R 34. A little bit second higher grade is VSPEC GT-R 34. Third stage probably is M-Spec and VSPEC 2 GT-R 34s. And highest stage, guys, is of course M-Spec newer or VSPEC 2 newers. And Abdul is getting shipped 3 newers, 2 M-Spec, 1 VSPEC 2 newers to Australia this month alone, okay? It's crazy. And let's just wrap up the specs about the cars and let's take actually one of them for a ride and let me talk to you guys a little bit more in details on the market for those cars. You know, what's happening, what's the dynamics of the market, you know, I know a lot of you guys who are watching this this video have been watching the market, how the wild's been, the ride and journey on the price of this car's been, and they are becoming so rare and therefore the price is going up. And that's why, guys, it's time to grab one sooner rather than later. I know a lot of you guys are watching from the United States and you have that stupid 25-year-old rule that does not allow you to import the car until the car turns 25 years old. But we have right now lots of American clients who are storing GT-R 34s, preferably early 99 GT-R 34s for them until they become USA import legal. That's how they want to catch one, clean one. So let's take one of them out for a ride and let's talk more about that in details. And let me tell you guys about the Abdul Effect. That's a big effect on GT-R 34 world here in Japan. Here's the dilemma, guys. Which one are we taking out for a ride? I know right now in the next couple of hours we have to deliver all 4 of them to our Nagoya portside yard, and they have to go through a number of inspections and checks and bio cleanings and inspections, DAF inspections, whatever it's so called, before we can ship them out from Japan. But we gotta choose one of them to drive. This one is stuck, this one is stuck, this one is stuck, and this one is upgraded, of course, comes with a really cool Nismo aero parts and stuff like that. So yeah, out of 3, maybe we should take this one, right? What do you guys say, guys? This one? Let's do it. All right, guys, take a look at this, by the way, guys. This one has got really nice aftermarket backside camera installed. So somebody probably was trying to say, hey, this is expensive car and I'm, you know, driving backside, I want to hit it, so let me install this cool looking backside camera on it, you know. Okay, it's good for you. And good for Abdul. It already has got the backside camera, guys. Costs 50 bucks probably, but you know, installing part is expensive probably. And the camera itself. So let's put on our dealership plates. Very important, guys. All of the cars are being exported, so they are deregistered from Japan. They are off the road right now, off the record, and they don't exist in Japan anymore because we got the export certificates approved in all four. And we have a lot more actually being shipped. So, and because of that, guys, the price of GT-R 34s are going up. So some people hate me for that. Some people love me for that. At the end of the day, guys, it's business, number one. And guys, it's worldwide competition now, number two. You know, before 10, 15 years ago, those cars are being only sold in Japan. And because, guys, remember, only Skyline GT-R GT-R 34s or Skyline GT-R in general manufactured inside Japan, mostly, if not few exceptions for UK and Australian market. They were cheap back in the days, 10, 15 years ago. Not cheap, obviously, but not expensive as they are right now, you know. And because for them, only Japanese people are buying and selling among themselves. But now, this, guys, is becoming global market, global competition on for them. People all around the world know that this is the legend, this is the Godzilla, and this is the car that you want to own, and that's why people want them. That's why their value is going up and up and up in value. Let me tell you this, I know a lot of people say, hey, this is a bubble and it's going to burst. Come on, man. I'm an economist. I studied 6 years, got my master's degree, basically doing very much similar housing bubble crash in the United States. Basically, I read a lot of books and I wrote a lot of articles on that. You know, economist by degree, just selling GTRs, by the way, guys. Isn't that pretty cool? I guess, you know, living the dream. You know what I mean? So, guys, this is not a bubble. For something to be a bubble, always, guys, remember, there has to be a supply factor. There has to be a constant supply coming in, and all of a sudden demand is gone and supply is still there, and that's how the bubble crashes and everything goes down in value. There is no supply for them since 2002. It's been 20 years. Nissan doesn't manufacture them anymore. Global demand is going up and up and up and up for them, you know. I say this phrase all the time, and let me say that again. If you put whole of the world market together, they won't be as big as the US market. And guys, US effect hasn't even affected the prices yet, because those cars, particularly VSPEC 2 ones, manufactured from late 2001 edition, you still have to be, you know, 4 more years before they become USA import legal. Therefore, guys, still so much demand for them all around the world. Excluded from the US demand, they are going up in value. They are so rare, you know, they are so rare. And that's why they're going up in value. And as a professional in this business, I can tell you that they are going to keep going up and up and up in value. At least once the US market opens up, and once hundreds of them, thousands and thousands of GT-R 34s delivered to there. But even if you say that, remember, only 14,000 GT-R 34s manufactured in total. And 4,000 of them probably are crashed and gone. They don't exist anymore. So only 10,000 GT-R 34s exist throughout the globe. And once the US market opens up, in 2, 3, 4 years from now, you'll be competing for that. And that's how I say all the time, prices for them keep going up. When I said 2 years ago, before the pandemic started, hey, you can get a really nice one at 70, 80,000, under $100,000, really nice GT-R 34, grab it, and people were like, oh, this is gonna go down in value, I'm gonna wait. We waited, pandemic started, and people say, hey, pandemic started, soon the prices will crash. Guys, they doubled in value within the pandemic's, like, you know, a 1.5 year period itself. You know what I mean? They're going up in value. Every single time there's a rare GT-R 34 comes up at auctions, it sets a new world record for the selling price. It's going to keep happening for so many years. And over time, guys, they become very, very valuable. Over time, very, very valuable, highly collectible item. Anyways, So this is it for me preaching about GT-R 34s for you guys, and now let's run the engine and take a quick ride around the town before the cars actually leave Japan. So you guys ready for this? Get ready, guys. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-doom. 1, 2, 3, start. Hell yeah. How do I feel? I feel awesome. Comes with the Tomei shift knob, guys. Of course, Nismo 320 kilometer cluster. Guys, quick information by the way. Those cluster was for selling for $600 a piece. And all of a sudden, 2 years ago, through Nismo Heritage Program or so, Nissan ended manufacture of Nismo clusters. What happened to the price, you say? From 600 bucks, they become instantly $3,000. Whoever had them. Now the other day, for my great friend Will. Hey Will, if you're watching, I'm sure you're watching. Will is a great friend from the United States. He purchased 999 GT-R 34 Bayside Blue VSPEC edition, and he's having that car stored with us for the next 2 years before they become USA import legal. And he's like, Dostan, I love the white cluster, he said. Help me find one. He found one to him, used one, has about 2,000 kilometers or so. You know how much he paid? We paid $4,000 for a used one. That's called supply and demand, guys. Demand is there, everybody wants them. Supply is no more. That's what I'm talking about GT-Rs as well, guys. There's no supply. So if you really want it, if somebody really wants it, they have to pay what the market equilibrium has reached for that. There's no supply. Whatever supply is coming from the owners, and once you have something that other people want, you can decide the market price for that. We live in a capitalistic world, guys. You see? Feel pretty awesome. This is it. Guys, now let's take a quick ride on this GT-R 34. Wrap up the video. Let me talk a little bit further about Abdul Effect. I know this video has become very long, but let's do it, guys. I want to talk to you guys. You know, it's a wonderful thing. YouTube is a wonderful thing. Let's talk, right? Let's talk while we are driving this lovely GT-R 34 VSPEC 2. We have about 30 minutes before we come to pick up all those 4 cars. So let's use that minute effectively. Of course, guys, by the way. Abdul, bro, here are the books, maintenance records and everything. Comes with the wheel lock, guys. Here we go. Beep, 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 beep. You can see that? And of course, all the books and maintenance records of the car is here. We will send them through DHL separately. Anyways, this being said, let me put the maintenance records at the back. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go head the city. Let's hit the highways. Let's enjoy this GT-R 34 VSPEC 2 for one last time. One last time while she's in Japan. Oh hell yeah! You see the sound of the turbos. Fabulous, fabulous. Guys, I have driven all those European like thought after cars, Ferraris and Lamborghinis, all that. You know, mostly all of them are automatic transmission, which sucks, by the way. But nothing. I'm saying that again. Let me say that again and again and again and again. Guys, nothing comes anywhere close to the joy of a driving shift GT-R 34. Skyline GT-Rs, there's a reason why they are so-called legend. There's a reason why people say, hey, Godzilla. There's a reason why people are so much, you know, emotionally attached for this car. There's a reason why people do that, because they are so good. There is no other car that exists that can basically beat that feeling that this GT-R 34 provides. That's the reason why Paul Walker loved them so much, that he took those cars to his movies. You know, he's using for everything. Can you feel this? This is you have a speed limit here, lots of cars. You don't want to scare people, you don't want to boost too much, although I really want to do that, and I cannot show you guys off how much of a joy this car is. I have lots of limitations on this road, but guys, this car is just total legend. If you drive a GT-R 34, I tell you this, you're not going to want to drive any other sports car, because no other sports car gives you the joy on a highway that this Godzilla gives. That's why people are so much emotionally attached to it. Guys, let me tell you this. If I have sold, let's say, 100 GT-R 34s, and I have done more than hundreds, most of my clients who I sold to, they always tell me one thing. Once I have this car, I'm not going to sell it. It will pass on, it will be passed to my son, it will be passed to my grandson, and we will keep it forever. And lots of people from abroad who are buying them, they are going to keep them. We are not going to resell them. Okay? And there are so many examples. There are so many examples of people who tell me that all the time. And you might ask, how come there are, let's say, 20, 25 GT-R 34s for sale in the market now in Japan? This is because, guys, 2 years ago, this Japanese guy paid, let's say, $70,000, $80,000 for a GT-R 34, and in Japan, everything, basically deflationary trend, goes down in value over time for the past 30, 35 years. He sees the car being sold now for $140,000, and he sees, oh, I enjoyed the car for, I love the car, I enjoyed the car for 2 years, and now I can sell it and make, let's say, 2 years of my salary, right? Right? And he sells it. That's how those cars are becoming available for sale in Japan. And trust me, guys, they are becoming so rare, because there's just a limit to how many Japanese people own them. You know, that's why they are becoming so rare, and they are going up and up and up in value, and they keep going up. So, this being said, guys, let's come back to the topic of what we call Abdul Effect. Abdul Effect is huge in this Skyline GT-R world here in Japan. That means in the world. Now let me tell you about that. You guys ready? So, Abdul is such a fabulous friend. We have known each other for so many years, and him being abroad, me being in Japan, of course, when it comes to Skyline GT-Rs, we dominate the market in Japan. We started our business with Abdul with one car, okay? One car grew into two, two to four, four to six. Now he imports at least 5, 6, sometimes 10 of them every month. And he's building this, we got the Nismo projects happening with him. He's got the Mines project, he's getting his cars built. And he's been importing lots of cars from Japan. He's got a big name already in his country. And it come to a point where every time nice GT-R, Skyline GT-R pops up, particularly GT-R 34, in the market for sale, he buys them up. And he's not storing and collecting anything like that. He's got lots of clients who trust him as well, who wants to do business with them, and who wants to buy cars from him, and let's say dealerships or so, because he doesn't do this for just the profit's sake, you know. Of course, but he has been importing lots of those cars in Japan, and it has come to the point he basically calls me up and says, "Dastan, if pearl white Skyline GT-R 34 VSPEC 2 popping up for sale in Japan, be it at the auctions, at the dealerships, or your clients, anybody, get it for me." You know, so there is none pearl white VSPEC 2 for sale. Remember, I told you only 304 of them, 302 of them are manufactured. When one pops up, you buy them. That affects to the price of the next VSPEC 2 pearl white GT-R 34 might become available for sale. That's what we call Abdul Effect. Think about it. Now in this video, you get to see not one, not two, three sparkling silver GT-R 34 VSPEC 2s. out of all 348 only manufactured such cars. Reason why? He tells me to Stan, if you find this car, buy it for me, I'll buy it. Done. You get it, he buys them up, and he gives it for his friends and dealerships and people who like to get it from him, and that car is gone off the market. That automatically affects the next ones that might pop up available for sale from our local clients, here local people in Japan. That's what I call Abdul Effect. We are shipping out 3 news to him this month, January 2022. If you are a GT-R guy, you know that they are legendary VSPEC 2 or M-Spec news. Only 1,000 of them made. And out of that, already 3 of them are being shipped to him in January 2022. And think about it, you've been shipping out a lot of news to him as well. You think it's not going to affect the market when the supply is taken away out from Japan? Of course it does. There's a reason why GT-R has been posting every time newer goes up for sale for higher and higher and higher in prices. You know, I think last 2 Bayside Blue VSPEC 2 newer sold in November 2021, 2 months ago in Japan at Tokyo. We were 46 million Japanese yen. Just the auction bid alone. There's of course 10% sales tax and all that on top. So they are going nearby $500,000 range already. Why is that? Because they become so rare in Japan. You have to wait 6 months to 8 months until one Bayside Blue VSPEC 2 newer pops up for sale in Japan. Go so fast. All right, so it affects the prices. If somebody, let's say if a John from Canada wants to buy Bayside Blue VSPEC 2 newer, there's none for sale in Japan right now. He gives a deposit, let's say to our shop, to any other shop, the exporter, has to wait until one pops up. And think about it, there is also let's say Halem from Dubai, and there's also Peter from Russia, let's say, or there's also I don't know, Adele from Australia, let's say. You all want that Bayside Blue newer, right? Now they have to compete. Whoever has the most money at the auctions, they win. That's how the price keeps going up. And when you have a big client keeps buying up all those rare toys every time one pops up for sale, what is it? I call that Abdul Effect, ladies and gentlemen. Abdul Effect. That's how one customer basically affects the whole Skyline GT-R R34 market here in Japan. And when the 4 Skyline GT-R R34 VSPEC 2s are gone this month, definitely it affects the market for the prices of VSPEC 2s that will be available for sale, let's say starting from February 2022, I'm sorry. Time goes so fast. Wow. Skyline GT-R R34s are so much fun to drive. And the essence of the story, guys, of today's video, of the information that I'm providing you guys as a professional who lives in this market, is that if you want one of them really bad, you better buy it sooner rather than later, because price is gonna keep going up and up and up. Especially once they become USA import legal, they are going to be blown away in value. They are going to go to the moon. I saw a post the other day which says in 2011, guys, Bitcoin's price hit $1, right? In 2011. and now it's $60,000. That's astronomical 1.4 million% increase in value. I'm not saying that GT-Rs are gonna go like that, or even like one of thousands, but I'm just telling you the potential there that's happening in today's world. When something is rare, there's no supply for them, just like in the case of Bitcoin, they're gonna go up in value and everybody wants it. What is Bitcoin? A lot of people are not gonna agree with me, but what I think is nothing. It's just an idea. You can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't smell it, you cannot, it's nothing tangible. It's just an idea that something exists, that because it has a supply factor, it's a limited supply, people are willing to pay astronomical sums for that. And if you're someone who's thinking, hey, they're going to go down in value, guys, the same thing applies with Skyline GT-R R34s. They are not going to be manufactured anymore. They are a legend. For 24 years, there's no car beat Skyline GT-R 34. I mean GTRs in general in the races. They have dominated absolutely. People who watch them, who know the heritage, history and everything, they understand that. This is the legend, guys. And me, as a regular person, I can sit on it, I can touch it, I can smell it here, I can feel it, I can drive it. At least I can go from point A to B. I can use it, you know? And I have emotional attachment for these cars. And there are millions of people just like me. That includes you as well. That's why you're watching this video, because you like those cars. Millions of us want them, but most of us cannot afford them. And when the time comes when we can afford them, we want to buy them. That's how the price of those cars, guys, keep going up and up and up and up. That's why don't watch this YouTubers so-called who say bubble is going to crash and stuff like that, okay? Don't watch him, because they don't know what they're talking about. You have to listen to people who lives in this industry, not to somebody who is trying to get extra views on YouTube. That's why he say, hey, bubble is crashing, watch my video because of that. There is nothing tangible in their video. When I watch them, there's so much disinformation there. I'm like, that's ridiculous, you know? Follow professional websites such as GT-R Registry, for that matter, on Facebook, or get yourself updated. Just study what is supply and demand and stuff like that, you know? But guys, believe me when I say that, as a professional who lives in this industry, there is no such bubble, so-called Skyline GT-R R34 bubble. General information for you is that I was watching CNBC News or something like that the other day, which stated that for the Federal Reserve reports or something like that, he said used cars in the United States from December 2021 to December 2022 increased 26% in value, used cars alone. So all cars are going up in value. And of course, something like this collectible Skyline GT-R, when it goes up in value for 50% in 1 year, of course that's possible. And of course it can go way lot more. If you don't believe me again, take a look at the Bitcoin or any other coins that they don't actually, I mean, it's just an idea. This is not just an idea. This is a legend. I'm sitting on it. That's why I believe as long as that demand is still there, and there will be, there's no other reason for not, it won't be, the price for them will keep going up and up and up and up in value. It's a great investment if you have it. And if you really want it, and you know that you will buy it eventually, but if you want to hold on to it, that's a loss. So, this being said, guys, it's been Dostan here at Garage Defend with you guys. Thank you so much always for watching us, for following our videos, following our shop. If you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comments, or if you're interested in those cars, reach out to us. You don't have to reach out to me particularly, you can reach out to any other people that you feel comfortable doing business with. And as a final phrase of this video, I like to end it saying, thank you for thank you all for being such a precious. Thank you all for being such a valued, precious part of our community. I am, and we are at my shop, able to do this business because of you guys. And thank you all for being such an important part of our community. And I love making those videos. Sometimes we get so busy, for even a month or two, I can't make those videos because I do that whenever I feel like it and I have some spare time. But we are so busy. I know a lot of you guys want more of those videos, but I'm sorry I can't do that. We have limitations to do that because of the time. Yeah, guys, enjoy the cars you drive. Keep following us, and if you like it, please give us a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribers, subscribe to us and stuff for more videos like that. And yep, I look forward to see you guys in the next videos to come as well. Cheers, have a lovely day, guys. Bye.